Hello, this is Neil from iPaintGirls.com, and we'll be doing a live webcam drawing here. The mushroom. This will be a very basic tutorial, and it's how to draw a mushroom. It really only consists of three basic parts, and I think anyone can learn how to do this. But the reason why I decided to do this is there's a lot of people out there that are beginning to be artists, and they can't even really draw a mushroom yet from their mind. And so I'm going to teach you how to have the satisfaction of being able to draw something from your mind, like while you're doodling in class or whatever. Right, so let's go ahead and get started then. What I do recommend doing is to put this video on full screen. So in the over here somewhere, you'll see the little icon for full screen. Click that, make the video go full screen. That way you can see better what I'm drawing. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to start with this kind of oval shape like this. And you might not be able to see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little bit. I'm going to draw smaller. I'm going to draw over here more. Let's see, I'll draw right here. I'm going to draw smaller and darker. So draw this kind of oval shape like this. That's the first part, is the oval shape. The next part, and you can either have it more towards the top, in the middle, more towards the bottom. We'll do it more towards the middle. Have a slightly rounded curve like this. And in fact, you can even imagine it going all the way around like this. From this is where you're going to have the stem coming off. So go ahead and draw lightly the stem. Don't draw it too dark though. Down here we can have some grass coming up or something, a little foliage and stuff. The reason why I said not to draw too dark is we're kind of looking up at things, so all the angles are going to be kind of like this. There's another angle up there like that. We're going to come down and draw some wiggly stuff like this underneath it. Now this is a little more complicated mushroom, so you don't have to draw that part, but we'll get back to that in a second actually. Right, so the first part is you have the oval here. Second part is you have the stem that comes off. You can also start with the stem if you don't want to have to erase this line. You can actually start with the stem and then draw it down at whatever shape it's going to be, and then you can draw the oval on top of that. Right, the final stage is to draw the cap. The cap comes in all different shapes, but for this one we'll just do a round cap, like so. It connects to the edges of the oval that we started with. You can add a couple little circles in there if you wish. That's really all there is to that. The basic shapes of the mushroom, the three basic shapes of the mushroom. The next part is the frills inside, or the gills, whatever you want to call them. Obviously not literally gills, but you start here and you just kind of draw the line up at an angle like this, and you continue drawing these lines kind of at angles until you get to this middle part. Then they're going to get really close together, and then they'll start getting further apart again as they're going behind us over there. Do the same thing for the other side, like that. So that's how you draw the gills of the mushroom. Alright, that's it. Now for a more complex mushroom, which we're working on over here, you can also have the frills in the bottom of this visible as well. So you can have this little part like this, let's say kind of shaped like that, and you can kind of show some of the gills of that under part of the mushroom if you wanted to. But it's not necessary. I'm going to make it more clear. You can see the lines. And we'll add a cap. This one we'll add a slightly different kind of cap. We'll add more of a cap like this, with a nipple on the top, like you'd see on a Liberty cap. Just a type of mushroom. We're also going to add a slight edge here like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull this line down to where you can see a little bit of the edge. So now you have this oval part, and the oval part comes to there, but you can see there's a slight edge, like so. So this is a variation you can do to the mushroom that we did over here. Instead of connecting it to the oval, you can have it come around so you can see part of the back side of it just a little bit. When you do that though, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have this edge touch around here somewhere and come around like this. So have it touch that other point somewhere, like so. It'll make it look better. Then again we'll draw the gills, or the frills, whatever you want to call them. Or you can call them by the technical name if you want. I'm going to add a couple little lines in here just to kind of show that there's that break up there of the brim. And once again, we'll add some cool happy dots. Right, so mushrooms are pretty simple. They're not very difficult to draw. The next thing we can draw is a mushroom that instead of kind of looking upward at it, as if we're a tiny person, we're kind of looking upward at the, or we have it at a slight angle in our hands. Let's draw what would a mushroom look like if it's more like straight on, like head-on view. And it's kind of more hard to distinguish a mushroom in that way, but it's much easier to draw. So in this case, all we do is we can draw the cap. Start with the top. We'll have this shape of a mushroom. And we're going to just kind of add a little bit of flare, a little bit of curve to that line there. And then we'll have the stem coming off. We can have a little bit of dirt and stuff, and grass at the bottom. A little bit of a shadow where the cap, like so. And then we can have just a little bit of the back being visible where we see some of those back frills. And then we can have a bunch of little circles on this mushroom. Don't forget to put little half circles on the edges, and we'll do a couple of dots. Alright, so you can also draw mushrooms from that angle. Lastly, let's draw kind of a mushroom with some pizzazz, so we'll add a little bit of coolness to the mushroom. Again, I'm going to start with the stem. So I'm going to kind of come like this. I'm going to kind of add some flare to it a little bit of grass down there. Now this time, instead of just drawing a normal kind of thing, the bottom just being an oval, I'm going to add a little bit of shape to it. I'm going to kind of come like this, come down, and then come like that. So I need to make that one more equal like this. Sorry. So now I can't see those top frills, but I can see all these bottom ones like that. And then I'm going to add this kind of shape here to the mushroom. I might come down a little bit so you can see some of the back there. And finally we'll add some little circles and some big circles. Okay, and so that's another way to draw a mushroom. And then if you want to make mushrooms, like you can make a mushroom poster in blacklight, you would color everything around your mushrooms or around objects you're not coloring in black with like a Sharpie marker. And then you'd outline everything in a Sharpie marker. And actually, I think we're going to draw one more mushroom really quick. I had to get my camera thing over there situated. Okay, so let's draw one more mushroom real quick. In fact, I guess I'll go ahead and do it in pencil again. Just starting of it in pencil. If I can find where the hell I just put my pencil. What did I do with it? I don't know. Okay, sorry about that. That's not, see now watch how fast I can get it to stop waving now. So I have it set up differently than before so that way you don't get seasick. Okay, so one more quick mushroom here. I'm going to start with this kind of shape here. It's going to be kind of like this here, kind of like what I just did a second ago. And I'm going to slightly have this kind of come out like this, meet up right around here. I'm going to have this one come around. I'm going to meet up with that line like so. And here's where I'm going to have my stem. We're not going to be able to see where it's connecting because it's overlapping there. We'll come down like this. Down here we'll draw a little bit of grass. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have it like this. I'm going to meet that corner. I'm going to come up, back around, meet that corner just a little bit, and come back around underneath like so. I'm going to have a little bit of a shadow here. The frills are coming up, 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 around. This is where the ones that are like this, and then they start coming down like this, back around away from us. Like so. Now I can draw a few circle shapes. And there we go. Right, so next that we need to do then is outline it in black. You can turn the page for this because it's the easiest lines for me to pull at least are toward me. I get the straightest, smoothest lines if I pull always toward me. So moving the piece of paper to where I'm drawing everything toward me will make it better lines. Now with the Sharpie, you don't have a lot of detail you can add to it unless you use a really fine tip Sharpie. but even then it's still not going to have, like, let's use a paintbrush or something, you're not going to have the levels of line work you can do. It's all going to be pretty much the same thickness. Like so. I might even add a few little lines in here for details, just for it looks kind of cool. Or it doesn't look so empty, you know. So all I'm doing at this point really is just tracing. I'm going to go ahead and pull that line around, like so. And it's just about finished. And we'll go ahead and add in these parts here. Now, amazingly enough, these highlighters you can just get out of the Dollar Tree, and they work great. I can go ahead and erase the pencil if I wanted to, but I'm not going to for this tutorial. I'm going to color the dots this kind of like bright yellow. You can also get white, which doesn't show up unless it's under a black light. That's a black light highlighter. Those are pretty cool too. They actually work better than highlighters you'll get from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to do the mushroom itself green. This actually, sometimes green highlighters don't work under black light, but this Dollar Tree one actually works, so it's kind of cool. How much time do I have left? I have a little bit of time left. I think I can finish coloring this in the time I have left, so that's cool. Oops, I kind of went, I'm trying to go fast, so I went in the lines there, so that's alright. I'm not going for perfection here. There we go. So I'm recording this as if it were a live class, because I'm gonna be teaching live classes at powwow.com. They'll be about $10 a class, and they're gonna be about an hour and a half long. I'll be answering any questions you have and stuff like that, and also I'll be doing little lessons. I think the most beneficial part that people like so far in the beta classes was the questions. That way they can get their personal questions answered, you know, that they were wondering about, and they found that very helpful. Just for you know, I will be, I'm going to make this stem yellow too. Also, I will be doing another beta class to test out the software again, and this one's going to be at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let me know how many of you will be able to attend a 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time class. I'll probably have it, I don't know when I'm going to have it yet, so it'll probably be like a week from now or something. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and color this part in pink. The pink on the black light looks kind of orange. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to close my curtain and turn my light off, even though it's daytime, just to see if we can see this glowing in the black light or not. I have a pretty hefty black light, so I like making black light posters. They're pretty fun. So that's the end result of the mushroom. And so go ahead and watch this video as many times as you need to, as you feel necessary, and learn how to draw from your mind a mushroom, and hopefully you'll get better and better at it as time progresses. I don't have very much time left, so I got to do this really quickly. And let's go ahead and try to close this off over here. The camera might shake a little bit for a second, because I'm having to touch the stick that's balancing it, or making it secure. And let's see if I can get it to unshake. I'm going to go ahead and take my camera off this thing and hold it, because I'm running out of time here to try to show you this. I'm going to try to get it over here where it's darker and under the black light so you can kind of see it more. So there you go. Actually, it comes out okay in the camera. It's not dark as I would want it in here. I'm trying to get rid of as much light as I can, but that's all the light I can get rid of. But you can kind of see how, you know, blacklighty it is. Looks really cool under the black light. In person it looks even cooler right now, but if it was darker it looked even cooler. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and hey, post me your mushrooms if you're a beginner and you're just started out, you know, to do your drawings, and you drew a cool mushroom. Go ahead and let me see the mushroom. Be cool. Leave comments and let me know what you'd like to see in the future, what kind of tutorials you'd like to see.